Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Fuserdamus and welcome back to my playthrough of Baldur's Gate 1. So in this episode we'll be doing the Nashkel mines, if I remember correctly. I know we'll at least be going back there if we haven't done it already. I forgot to do a certain thing there. Yeah, it looks like we're doing it for the first time in this video. Sorry, I've been playing a lot, and I haven't had much time to record. Oh, it looks like we have done it, huh?
It will be done.
I forgot to return Kylie's dagger, which is, I mean, it's such a small task. It's almost not even worth doing, but I figured it'll bother me if I don't.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
My blade will cut you down to size. There's something most unnatural here, and I want no part of it.
So dark down here.
So I've mentioned this in previous playthroughs, but I have kind of neglected to mention a lot of things in this one just because probably incorrectly I've been assuming that a lot of the people who are watching this have already watched my other playthroughs. Basically, my goals for every playthrough of Baldur's Gate 1 that I ever do is twofold. For one, it's getting experience and leveling up, and then for two, it's getting the gear that I need. So everything I do is either towards those two tasks or for furthering the story.
With ease.
So up until this point, we've been trying to gather gear and haven't really been focusing on experience, aside from, you know, just doing assorted quests, getting the gold necessary for the gear that I need to buy.
You have been waylaid by enemies.
But here in this episode and subsequent ones, you'll see me start to focus more on furthering the story and getting experience.
Not a problem. Yes? I stand ready. With ease.
Why do I live in such a mishap town?
So ordinarily, if I'm doing a solo playthrough, I'll buy a potion of freedom and a potion of poison resist, just because I really hate the that level of Cloakwood that has all the spiders, and those two things trivialize that area. It just makes it a breeze to go through. So ordinarily I would buy that, but not only does he not sell enough, they're also kind of expensive. And although I do have the money for it, I kind of decided that it wasn't worth the amount of money that it costs.
Yes? Not a problem. I stand ready. It will be done. With ease.
help me? Anyone? I've nowhere else to be turning.
I stand, it will be done.
So I mentioned in the past, and I ended up going through with it. I chose not to do any grinding here. I chose to kill the Ankhegs that spawn naturally in this layer, and then I decided to go away. If I get to the end of Baldur's Gate 1 and kind of feel like I need more experience, then I'll come back here, because this is one of the better places to grind up experience in the game. I think it's the least dangerous of all the places to grind XP, and the most consistent. But you'll not see that for the next few videos. Those are already recorded, aside from the commentary.
Yes, it will be done. I stand. Yes, not a problem.
Oh, I'm getting a little sleepy.
I will require rest soon. Yes, it will be done.
Yep, my blade will cut your hand aside. I care not. Yes.
Oh, as of recording this commentary, it's about 4 or 5 days, well, maybe 3 or 4 days after recording the previous commentary, where I was talking about the stupid scandal thing that was going on with Beamdog. I think it was like 4chan or some other site was just like, I don't know, they had decided to team up and just beat up on Baldur's Gate. I don't know why they would choose to do that, but it seemed like it blew everything out of proportion, and Beamdog handled it poorly. But as of recording this, Beamdog has released a follow-up official statement saying that they'll remove the line of dialogue from Minsk that was causing everyone to get their panties in a twist, and then they'll add additional dialogue to the transgender character, just to flesh her out, because everyone's issue was not that she was transgender, but the fact that it was a poorly implemented character. In my opinion, any NPC should have a personality first, and what am I trying to say? I guess in this specific instance, the character should have been an interesting shopkeep that happened to be transgender, not really her defining factor or his. I don't know what the character is. I haven't played it for myself, and I haven't been following any of the spoilers or anything like that, but that character should be I don't know. It should not be identified by their gender. So I apologize for the cut in the video. You probably noticed me save and quit and then splice together another video. I really can't be bothered to do any fancy editing. It takes enough time to do commentary, like post commentary, and record the videos as it is. I'm not going to spend the little extra time it takes to do fancy editing because it doesn't honestly matter and it doesn't significantly reduce the quality of the videos. But you probably heard my friend texting me or getting a hold of me on Steam trying to get me to play a game with him. I've been playing Heroes of the Storm with him. Maybe I'll record some of that and put it on the channel. But in this follow-up video, we end up, I think, going through the entire bandit camp, or at least the vast majority of it. I think all of it.
I stand ready. Not a problem.
So I'll quickly talk about general tactics when you're coming across the harder fights in Baldur's Gate 1. Generally, you want to burst down the mages as quickly as possible because they have the least amount of HP and they can do the most amount of damage. And then you want to focus on basically working your way from the bottom up. So let's say there's 3 fighters and a mage. You want to kill the mage first, and then you want to take the weakest fighter, kill him next, and then subsequent until you're fighting the hardest guy possible by himself. And the idea behind it is that you really want to take the strongest guy out of the fight first, or you want to leave the strongest guy, the guy with the most HP, for last, because you want to take the most number of attacks out of the fight, if that makes sense. You want to reduce the number of attacks coming in at your party as quickly as possible. Yeah, I misspoke, but hopefully that's clear. The idea behind it is that, in theory, your armor class should be high enough that you can't improve your number of attacks, or number of hostile attacks coming in at you any better than that. So the idea is you just want to, just lower the number of possible hits they can get. I know that's kind of confusing, and it's a long-winded way of saying to start from the least amount of HP guys and work your way up to the most amount of HP guys. But that's the strategy I've used for the past few years, and it has worked really well for me. So if you're newer to the game, then I would recommend doing that. And if there are 2 or 3 equally strong, let's say just fighters, attacking you, just human male fighters or whatever, make sure your party focuses on one at a time. And the idea is the same. You just want to kill one of them as quickly as possible, so instead of, let's say they all attack twice per round, instead of 6 attacks per round coming in at your party, after a round or 2, when you kill the first one, there's only 4 attacks, which the combat after that will just snowball. But anyway, that's kind of all I had to say for this video. Hope you enjoy. I'll let it play out, and I will catch you in the next one.
stand ready.
I am much more at ease in the forest.
With ease.
By your command. This could be a good place for a hang. Take light. You must show me respect.
I stand ready.
If a tree falls in the forest, I'll kill the bastard what's on it.
Yes? I stand ready. With ease. Yes?
I care not.
Yes? Nature's servant awaits.
I stand ready.
Sorry, friend, but you get a date.
Yes?
You're a clear fellow.
I stand ready.
What you want?
Yes?
This way.
Yes, with ease.
What you want? This way.
I stand. Not a problem.
Troubled times are upon us.
Mullahay and Tazok.
With ease. With ease. Yes, not a problem. With ease. I stand ready. It will be done.
I can make whatever you wish for a wee little bit more than me competition.